Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/TrueOffMyChest, where OP's wife found out the hard way that she is nowhere near a 10. Let's begin. Our first story was posted by Reddit user Let Me Be Alone.
I am not sure why I'm posting this. I probably want some validation as my life turned upside down recently. I, 32, was married to my wife, 33, for 4 years, and we had a great marriage so far. I was madly in love with my wife. She fell into depression mainly due to her job in 2022. I tried to support her in every way and suggested her going to the gym or doing any kind of sports to distress. I had my own depression episode before we got married, and what saved me was going to the gym. She agreed to that, and we started going there together. I could not go as frequently as in the past since my workload got heavier after my promotion. However, I tried my best to be there with her. She used to be a bit chubby, which I loved, and after seeing some changes with her body, she started to go there regularly. It also helped her with depression, and she got better. I was really happy to see her get better and livelier. She looked more confident, got more aggressive in bed, and so on. However, after a while, that confidence level started to affect our relationship for the worse. She started going to parties and going outside to a point she completely stopped doing her share in the house. That proceeded with me seeing her getting flirty with a guy at a meetup we went to. I communicated my feelings to her, and she dismissed these. After several of these, I had her sit down with me and told her that she is riding high on her newly found confidence and emotions right now. I clearly stated she should not make decisions or actions according to that confidence right now. I know it well. It was one of my worst traits. I used to be extremely emotionally driven in the past. I suggested we go to a marriage counselor, and all hell broke loose. She said vile things to me, like how she realized she settled down with me after getting better and she could do much better than me. She said I am insecure and other things. This woman used to be the sweetest person on earth, and I was shocked after hearing the things she said to me. She filed for divorce the following month, and I did not hear much from her other than some lawyer talks. Our court hearing is scheduled to be next month, and my lawyer told me there is a high chance it'll be concluded then. There is not much to share. Similar income, only shared asset is our joint account. Similar savings and no kids. House is my mom's, so it's out of division. I accepted my marriage is going to end like that. Last week, she called crying and told me she regrets everything. She apologized over and over again, but I felt disappointed. Not angry, not sad, but just disappointed. She did not text me nor call me even once since the divorce started. I did not even know where she was since she just left the home. I told her there is no going back now. She has been messaging me nonstop. My family supports my decision and tells me I should not back down. My in-laws were shocked when they heard about the divorce. They are now telling me to rethink everything. I will 99.9% not back down, but as I said, just looking for validation and maybe wanted to vent. Thank you for reading. Short update, we are officially divorced. There was not much to share, so it went smooth as butter according to my lawyer. I've never talked to her other than through lawyers, as much as she wanted me to. She tried to talk to me one-on-one and get closure, but I just do not want that. It's not that I do not care why she left me or what she did during that time. I just do not want to know. I've been living without her for months now. At first, it was difficult and I cried all night some days, but after a few months, I feel like I came to accept everything. What peace will it give to learn what and why when I already accept everything other than hurting me? For once, I want to prioritize my peace of mind in this whole process. My parents and friends are here to support me, and I am glad that I have such a great support circle. As for what my plans are, renovate my office room in the house, get back to the gym, and live my best life. I've been wanting to renovate my office room for a while now, and that's what I'll start with. I started hitting the gym at the same time. I believe my body is good, but I have some extra fat. Dieting proved itself difficult because I am a tiramisu addict. For the dating part, I downloaded a few apps and tried out how I am doing. I got a decent number of matches, but realized I do not feel like doing it right now. I'll focus on my own hobbies, well-being, and wants for now. Thank you for all the support and help in the last post.
Oh yeah, she definitely got pumped and dumped by her affair partner. OP may have not mentioned an affair in his post, but come on, we all know that she's fucking some other dude. Cheaters always delude themselves that they were the ones settling, that they think that they can always do better, when it's actually the complete opposite. You did the right thing, OP. When the person who chooses to leave the relationship wants closure, just shut the door and keep it shut. They only want to make themselves feel better about their stupid decisions. Our second story was posted by Reddit user Throwaway Karen Exwife.
Hello Reddit, this story takes place a few years ago and still makes me laugh. I'm a math teacher at a really high-class ladies-only school. There we have a dress code, very formal, which is strange since we're in a beach city in a tropical country. Our principal, also owner, wants to implement the model that he saw at a school in London. Luckily, he put ACs in all the rooms so we don't die. But the worst thing about the school is definitely Karen. I don't have to work with her as much as other teachers do, but when I have to, she is a real pain in the ass. She's entitled, stubborn. It's impossible to have a normal conversation with her. Also, she always makes the simplest things way more complicated, and I suspect that she earns something on the side with that. I never said anything because, unlike my wife, I'm a really non-confrontational person, and I'm also afraid of her position with the owner. December comes, and the owner invites all of the employees to a party at his mansion. It was a pool party in the middle of summer, needless to say that no one was going to dress formally. I arrived at the party with my wife, and we proceeded to greet everyone. As expected, no formal clothes in sight. I introduced my wife to a few people who didn't know her. Everything was nice until Karen arrived. Karen arrived with her daughter Lucy, who was our best student that year, the same year that she graduated. She was going to a very prestigious medical college. Every single one of us was proud of her, and Karen that the world knew how big of a genius her daughter was. Lucy was dressed in a cute sundress and brought a bag with what I assumed was her swimsuit. But Karen, on the other hand, was wearing something really inappropriate. A very fancy beige dress with shining jewelry and a lot of makeup. She first looked at us with a look that says, "The star of the show is here." But it quickly faded out as she noticed that everyone was dressed casually. In this moment, my wife was near the pool talking to a colleague of mine, and I was at the grill with the owner. They, Karen and Lucy, greeted everyone and parted ways as most of the ladies were going to wear their swimsuits inside the house. A few men decided to take their shirts off and jump in the pool while others didn't. Me, the owner, and another friend kept working at the grill. Karen proceeded to walk to us. I forgot to mention that she is the owner's niece and works at the school looking for getting excursions and field trips. The conversation starts. Karen, well, looks like I'm the only one with some sense here. Owner, I told you it was a pool party. Karen, well, I thought since it was one of your parties, it was expected from us, looking at me and my friend, to have some class. Let's see how long you endure this weather in your dress. Karen stomps off to the restroom. A few minutes later, the ladies came back, all looking incredible, especially my wife in her black bikini showing off all her tattoos. She drew a little attention, and she loved it. My wife and Lucy were chatting by the poolside while others ate the food or played in the pool. When Karen came back, she was livid, and I was the lucky one to be close enough to have to listen to her. She complained about everyone's swimsuits, how depraved they are, and how childish it is to play in a pool. She only stopped when she saw my wife talking to Lucy. Karen, oh my God, who is that woman? Oh, she's with me. She is with you? How dare you drag that woman to the owner's party? Well, that's because she's my. Stop. I don't know why you brought your side chick here, but I'm telling your wife and the owner about this now. She stomps to the poolside and grabs Lucy's arm. Get away from this woman. She's no good for you. Mom, WTF? You should be ashamed of yourself for being a married man's mistress. Wife, what? We all know that OP is cheating on his wife with you, aggressively pointing at my wife. Until this moment, everyone was shocked by Karen's actions, but now some, like me, were in pure disbelief. Others were chuckling, and others were trying to hide their cringe. But my wife is not like anyone else. She starts laughing out loud, and looking at me, she says, "Wife, hey babe, it must be hard. I don't give you space, not even when you cheat on me with me." Everyone starts laughing, including Lucy and the owner. Karen was completely confused. I walk to my wife as she asks, and we show Karen our rings, matching with our initials. Wife, we are happily married and completed 5 years last September. For the rest of the party, Karen was in the corner looking like a grumpy child who was grounded by her parents. The reason why I think Karen misunderstood things is that I always wear suits, so she thought that my wife must be some boring, respectable lady like her, and my wife was showing her tattoos. Things that morons like Karen think diminish your value as a person. I do have some tattoos, but I always wear my suit and wasn't shirtless at that time, so she didn't see it. The reason why my wife and Lucy were so close is that my wife is a tattoo artist and has her own studio where Lucy got her first tattoo and piercing. Years later, Karen was fired and replaced with someone much cheaper and a lot more pleasant to work with. I didn't hear of her since. Edit, Karen knew about Lucy's tattoo and piercing, but they are more feminine. The tattoo is a flower on her shoulder, and the piercing is in her navel with beautiful jewelry. Corrected some misspellings, but as someone stated in the comments, I'm not a native English speaker. I never had an English lesson in my life. All I learned came from books and videos. I could easily talk to another math teacher in English about a specific topic in our field. But that's it. I'm sorry for my broken English.
Broken English. What the hell are you talking about, OP? You write better than some actual English teachers here in my country. Hell, you're even better than the few English natives that I've encountered at my former line of work. Well done, my man. Also, fuck Karen. I hope Lucy turns out okay and not like her mother. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.